Glad to have you join us on the Value Chain TV News Update. I am Adabio Gujafor with the news. And on the news update, 29th May 2024 will complete President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's 1 year in office. While many Nigerians have rated his administration below average, others are applauding him. In an interview with a group of journalists, the national chairman of the Social Democratic Party, Mr. Shehu Gabam, expressed dissatisfaction over the president's performance and asked him to sack about 70% of his cabinet members if Nigeria must come out of the woods, among other issues. Gabam noted that the two ministers who are performing well so far are the FCT minister and the Minister of Works and Housing. Our correspondent S.A. Ufoma gathered reactions from some Nigerians. The report.
On May 29th, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will mark his 1 year in office. Mixed reactions fill the air over his performance so far. Some of the stakeholders are of the opinion that he should let go of about 70% of his cabinet members. Here in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, we're about to find out from Nigerians how they rate his performance in office so far and what they think about letting go of 70% of his cabinet member. Come with us.
It hasn't been good for us Nigerians. It has. A lot of lives have been lost because the economy has gone down, foodstuff, transportation. Everything has just been on a downside and it doesn't look like things are getting better. I only know Wike that is working on, I think, some roads here. I don't really know the rest of them. So if swapping them to bring new ones that will do better, maybe it's not such a bad idea.
1 year when you start now, at least in any place where somebody starts 1 year, just starting, and they will still give another second, like more 1 year, we could see how far. So they can't take this 1 year and judge somebody. Yeah, I just started. The government when he was governor in Lagos, I work as a KAI officer, kick against indiscipline under Ikoyi local government. And when he chose us, so give me a chance. He say, I know his work. He work.
The truth is, for us that are living here in Abuja, I would say what we can see around here is what we can actually see. Because me as a person, mostly I don't believe these social media posts. Yeah, this person is doing this here. If I'm not seeing it physically, it's not there. But the few I can see in Abuja with Wike doing, like, completing all the roads and what have you, I think they can actually do better. If you change this cabinet now, you're bringing in this person, what's the assurance that the people you're bringing in will not still do the same thing these people want to take away? The only thing is just that let's have a government that is accountable for whatever we are keeping in their charge. The Nigerian money is very big, but it's not meant for an individual to just be stealing it, keeping it in their pocket for some few individuals to enjoy, while we have many graduates out there that are still looking for a job. So it's not about changing the cabinet, it's about the mindset. If you change the cabinet, what's the assurance that the people you're bringing in, they are not still thieves like the ones that are here now? The thing is, let's just have people who are really genuine to change this country for good, not about changing cabinets.
We've heard from Nigerians as the president marks this milestone. He faces a critical juncture. Will he heed the call for change or remain the status quo? As events unfold, we will bring you more information. For Value Chain TV, S.A. Ufoma reporting.
President Bola Tinubu has said the federal government would work towards strengthening the local government councils as part of measures to tackle insecurity in the country. Tinubu stated this at a national discourse on Nigeria's security challenges and good governance at local government level, organized by the House of Representatives in collaboration with the UK International Development in Abuja. Tinubu, who was represented by the Minister of Defense, Mohammed Abubakar, described local government as the cornerstone of the country's security architecture. The president stated that insurgency, terrorism, banditry and other security challenges have undermined the peace and prosperity of the country, adding that it was necessary for the government to confront insecurity head-on. A few Nigerians shared their thoughts with Value Chain TV on the matter.
For years, governors, states, they have been cheating local governments. No employment, no funds. The common people in the village cannot benefit from anything. So why don't the recent president do whatever he wants to do to achieve his aim? If actually the president succeeded in handling the autonomy to them, they should be very careful in expenditure. They should utilize whatever that is given to them and give employment to the common people in the village and make sure that food is surplus. Our fathers, our mothers, let there be abundance of food for them. And then whoever that will be the chairman do extra mile to make sure that the local people that are not doing anything, they benefited from what they are giving to them. Not to spend the money recklessly.
Local government autonomy is not really what is bad. But the Nigerian situation and factor is what we must take into consideration. Yes, the chairman, etc., should have a free hand to be able to disburse to the various areas. But again, if there is no check and balance, they could just do anything. Anything goes in this country. So there should be a check, there should be a balance. On its own, it's not a bad thing. But if they are freely left like that, then a lot of things could happen just at the federal level as well.
That's the right step if it will return. It's a very good step for us to go back there, because the state government has messed up the local government system. So I think it's the right direction if it can be done now. The chairman and the councillors, I want them to brace up to their duties, the reason why they were elected. You know, what we have in most local government now are caretakers, people appointed by the governors. But if they will be elected, like I heard that INEC want to scrap the state electoral something, and that would be very good. Then let them be properly elected as the governors, and they stand on their feet as elected personnel. Then they will do the jobs for which they are elected, not answerable to the governors, but answerable to the people that elected and that the local government area they are representing.
President of the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC, Mr. Joe Ajero, and the Managing Director of the Financial Derivatives Company, Mr. Bismarck Riwain, have disagreed over the organised labour 615,000 naira minimum wage demand, which has now been reduced to 497,000 naira. While Mr. Riwain explained that the minimum wage being demanded by Labour was not feasible, Ajero insisted that the demand is in line with the Nigerians' current socio-economic realities. This came as the presidency said that the 497,000 naira demand by Labour as the new minimum wage was unrealistic and advised Labour to be serious in its demand. The federal government has promised to establish 24 skills and innovation hubs and entrepreneurship centers across the country. This was disclosed by President Bola Tinubu during the commemoration of this year's Children's Day celebration in Abuja. President Tinubu, who was represented by the Minister of State for the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Dr. Maria Mahmood, reaffirmed his administration's commitment to the well-being and development of the Nigerian child. The president added that his administration had embarked on key transformative policies to create an environment conducive for learning across the country. Chairman Transnational Corporation PLC, Mr. Tony Elumelu, has urged the federal government to walk the talk by expediting payment of the over 2 trillion naira debt owed to power generation companies GenCos in the country. Elumelu, while speaking at the 18th annual general meeting of the corporation in Abuja, said that the debt had continued to impact negatively on the ability of the generation companies to pay their gas suppliers, thereby impacting the quantity and reliability of gas supply to the former as well as investment in generation. He noted that out of the indebtedness, Trans-Afan Power, a leading generating firm owned by Transcorp Power, is owed 250 billion naira. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Mr. Festus Keyamo, has said that the Nigeria Air project unveiled by ex-President Muhammadu Buhari's led administration remains suspended even as he described the project as fraud. Keyamo said this while fielding questions from journalists during the second day of the ministerial sectorial update in Abuja. He noted that the national career that was supposed to be an indigenous project and was supposed to spark hopes for Nigerians was trailed by a lot of secrecy and fraudulent activities. Keyamo observed that there was never a project to that effect, but an Ethiopian airline disguising as Nigerian Air with an Ethiopian national flag while maintaining that the project remained suspended. The federal government has asked members of the National Assembly to subject the Nigerian National Anthem Bill to wider consultation before passing it. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, stated this at a public hearing on the bill to revert to the old national anthem in Abuja. The hearing was jointly organized by the Senate Committees on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters and Interior, to which it was referred by the Senate last Thursday after its scaled second reading. And that's it on the news updates. I am Adabio Gwejofor. Thanks for staying with us.